Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nadeau and Samantha Perry with you on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Hollandale Beach. You can see the turf there. Unfortunately, we are off that turf today. The rains have just been
unforgiving.
Unforgiving. Great word. I didn't know exactly where to go.
Yeah,
I was going to be as PG as possible, but unforgiving is the picture perfect word. More rain yesterday, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's no surprise if you're down here with us. You know what we're talking about. It's been all week. We've really we've dodged it for quite some time, but
we did, yeah. And
that's
luckily,
not right now.
like what we were talking yesterday, like there's been no real like hurricane threats, but it's just hurricane season, so just very rainy. But hey, that means that turf course, I think it's about had all it can handle, but it's looking good for the championship meet.
Yep, no doubt about
sooner
it.
Than that.
Off the turf today. The Rainbow's up to $200,000 in an estimated jackpot today. There were a couple singles in the finale yesterday, so it's hardly out of reach. You can see a big carryover already, and of course the big news is tomorrow. Whatever happens today, that tomorrow everything must go. 1.25 million is the guesstimate there, and they have been spot on with these estimated pools. So if we get through today, that's what we're looking at tomorrow. We're going to try to get you somewhat of a definitive answer on the turf today if we can. We'll see. It's beautiful behind us right now. That's meaningless as we know here, but we'll just see what happens. But regardless, good fun sequence tomorrow. We'll have a video. We'll have tickets, but Ronnie's got one later today. But I've got an early pick 5 on this card here. We'll take a look at it now as that's going to be a 12:55 post today. Do take note of that. 22.50 for me. Race 2 is off the turf. I left everything the same. I kept the 4 on top, but I did add in the 11 at the end, Velvet Range. In race number 3, the top pick is the 4, Spicy Guacamole. Single and best bet in race 4 to the 5, Darling Darley. And off the turf in race number 5, and that is the 10, and that is Veronica Z, which good job by you pulling a Tapeta replay.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking ahead.
Beta Bob, you were thinking ahead. Your long shot hung like a chandelier yesterday. You should have had a much better fate there at, I believe, 10 or 11 to 1. So that was a bummer, but good job by you nonetheless. Let's start it off now. Main track is good, by the way, and that's a work in progress. We know how good Kenny and his crew are. So we've got 54 minutes with the sunny skies behind us. Let's see what's going on there. But there'll be moisture regardless of what happens. But we'll be faster sooner than later if the weather holds. Maiden $25,000 claimer here, 6.5 on a good main track. It's a clean field of 8, and no surprise, we both have the same horse on top. Techno Music at 7 to 5 on the morning line, at 3 to 5 very early in the betting on a big drop.
Yeah, this is just a massive drop. And, take note of this race, too, because Mikanopi we'll see a little bit later on the card. This is a perfect outside post position. If he can run a little bit, nobody in this race you should really be afraid of, I feel like, Brian.
Well, that's the other thing. Okay, the best horse is taking the biggest drop in all the racing, and then he's going to look to his left in the starting gate, and there's not a lot that he's going to be too worried about. The 1 is Star of the Gun. Sano, is never wins with first-time starters, so that's behind him at 90 to 1 on debut.
Amazing.
Edgard says, sure, I'll ride for you, Antonio.
Yeah,
so
why not? And there's a nice little breeze on September 5th, a 5/8 breeze, so maybe.
He's going to run better today. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Golden Ambition, Ramon Minguet. You know what I thought was interesting? Only a 6-horse field, but this is a crafty barn, and this horse took a little money on debut. That was an open maiden, too. The maiden droppers we've already talked about, the 8 and the 1, those are Florida breds.
Exactly. So this horse could be a little bit interesting.
Little weight allowance with the sharp apprentice Yolver Torres as well. Race number 2, off the turf, so we'll go to that snappy 5 on the Tapeta and a $35,000 maiden claimer. 2-year-old fillies will go at it here. Scratch out the 1, Bella Coca. Scratch the 5, always in play as well. I didn't change anything around. How about you? The 3 on top of a big number. Good number.
Yeah, a good number. And this filly was really shocking to me when I saw her on debut because she was actually pretty fit on debut for a barn that you don't really put 2 and 2 together for a first-time out barn, not even a second-time out barn either. But she ran a lot better than it looks like on paper, I felt like.
She was in the other day, right? And I remember circling that Amicio's
so.
aboard to ride
Yep.
here. That maybe says you take another look here. And I said this yesterday quietly. Leon McCandless he's got 6 wins this year. It's from 57 starters. That's a good job, and a good job for this barn here that doesn't run a lot, and the stock that he has. So kudos to him and what he's got going on. The 4 Will to Thrill for Cassie. Tapeta obviously is an unknown. To me, it's as much the cutback as anything today.
Yep, I agree. It was a tough post position last time out for this filly. She didn't run poorly at all, actually. I don't know how strong that race was, but you just assume that she's going to move forward at least a little bit.
Yeah, I'm glad you put Money Rules in the mix. I'd much rather see her on turf. Robert Smith now, this is a homebred for him. He knows what he's doing, and this horse got a little pedigree too.
Yeah, actually, not too bad. My biggest concern is the sire, just 0-for-3 with first-time starters, has yet to have a winner, just 0-for-6 in general.
Young sire, 3 rules. We knew him pretty well down here in Florida. Tab the Tote here, the outside Munchkin. I mean, I don't know. Can Munchkin run? We'll find out today.
Yeah, we'll find out. Hopefully.
Switch to Ramsey, Arundel, Edgard. I mean, those are all positives.
Right.
The negatives is this horse has not even shown any speed
either.
It's not like we popped and stopped.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be just tread a little lightly here because they're going to send it in on old Munchkin to be sure. Race number 3 now. 5 on the Tapeta and an $8,000 claimer. 3-year-old fillies or 4 and up, which have never won 3. Clean 7-pack here. Kicking off that middle pick 5. Is that you?
It is me.
All right,
yeah, we'll take a look at it here. I've got an anchor at the bottom. Race number 4. I've got the 5 on top. That is Darling Darley. That's Brian's best bet. Race number 5, just too deep for me, but I do have the 5, or pardon me, not the 5 on top, sorry, the 10 on top. That is Veronica Z. Race 6, it scratched down, unfortunately, to a very compact field, but the 3 other level on top for me. And in race 7, there's my single, the 4 Vino Santo. We'll just try to bring it right back with him for an $18 play, Brian.
8-5. Vino Santo looks pretty tough.
Yeah.
In there to be sure. All right, let's see what's going on here in race number 3. A couple of strong favorites on the outside. You'll go with one of them, and that is all the way. Oh, Lilybird.
Oh, Lilybird. Now off the claim for trainer Safi Joseph. Edgard Zayas gets aboard here today. I love this post position. I like the jock switch. This is a filly that she's been in really good form lately, and kudos to everybody that's had her because everybody that's had her has gotten a win with her, it seems like, in this musical barn type of situation.
I love Safi. I mean, he's got graded stakes horses. He's threats in grade 1 races, and he still likes to tinker with these 8 and 10s and 12s.
I know. Why not?
I think it's really, really cool. He gets to, he snags one of these horses and sees what he can get out of it. So I think it's pretty cool. Spicy Guacamole back on the Tapeta.
Yep.
Look who she's been running with. Look she's been running good with all seconds.
Yeah, all seconds, but getting back to seemingly her preferred surface.
And I think this group is going to agree with her. Chaina's, something to 5 in here.
Oh, yeah.
She was a good second to her last time, so she fits like a glove. Leprechauна, what can you say? Ran off on the return for DeBona. 2 L's now, graduates, but she's tough in here.
It was surprisingly a pretty slow race, though. That's what shocked me a little bit about that. But, we see this a lot when they, off the layoff, they get through a condition, and then they just boom, 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 keep rattling them off. So maybe she's one of those.
2 favorites might hit pretty hard here on the front end. See what happens. Now, middle pick 4 in race number 4, 7 furlongs on what is right now at 12:07 in the p.m. A good main track, but we'll keep you updated on that there. Fillies and mares 3 and up. The tag is 62.50. Let's take a look at Ronnie's ticket here, and then we'll get back into this clean field of 8, 3 deep. He's got the single in race number 6, and that is going to be Micanopy, and I know that's his best bet of the day as well. Old Micanopy coming back, and then race number 7. Now he's going 4 deep. I mean, Mr. Breisel, you don't have to take him at a short number.
No.
Will of a Warrior was close, and Vino Santo, I mean, you said it. I was trying to remember who he was when you said it. Boy, did he take to Tapeta last time, huh?
Big time.
Big time.
Huge race.
Ronnie's got a price of Kuwait Towers in there at 12-1 on the morning line.
We know that trainer well.
Yeah, maybe that's the long shot. So to be determined. We'll get to it in a little bit. Let's get back to this one now in race number 4, and where are you starting with? You got Miguel's
with the 5.
You got the 5. All right, my best bet, Darling Darley. So
Oh, okay, we both. look, 2 starts back, she was in the parking lot. She came back and finished 3rd. But now we're first off the claim for Amador Sanchez, who this is a barn that's starting to pick up some steam, Brian.
No doubt. He's 23% off the claim. I feel like he's going to get improvement out of this horse, and I think that puts her over the top and into the winner's circle. The 2 is Miguel's Bell. We'll show you the last time she was on the main track as she dominated at this level, 62.50 by over 5 lengths. It was a strong, strong win.
It really was, and it's kind of like a race where the gang is all here, but she's just so much better on the dirt than she is on the Tapeta. I know she has wins on the Tapeta, but if you just look at the figures or whatever you want to use, the thoroughgraphs, whatever, she's much better on the dirt. She ran well here. She's a little thing. I mean, you look at her, but she tries hard, and that's what you want in a horse.
Yep. Eliza Greenwich has been a good partner for her. It was good to see him get a win yesterday as well. So she is, I think, the main danger.
Right.
Listen, Star of Saturn finally maybe gets her group. They keep betting her.
They do.
She never wins. She never comes close to winning.
No.
I don't know what they were playing last time, but you can't put her on top.
No, and Stat Boy found a stat. Ron did on Steve Casares.
Hey, Steve's had a phenomenal
very
year,
good.
But this is not ideal.
No, it's not, and it's actually a pretty large sample for him, I feel like. So not really the name of the game dropping on a 50% drop, but I don't know. We'll see.
Just to be blunt and honest, that's not very good.
No.
Because you're dropping in half, and presumably a lot of these horses are favorites, or 2-to-1s kind of thing.
Yeah, so you're taking a short price on something that doesn't work.
And this is a horse, again, she's just not a win machine. And as good as Steve is and the job he's done this year, this is a fade totally to me. Race number 5, one more before that $200,000 Rainbow. Off the turf, unfortunately. So we'll go to $170, a mile 70 on the Tapeta, $35,000 maiden claimer here. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Now we're going to scratch out the 2 Lily's Back, the 4 Astrolite, and the 5 Tree Seas Kai. So we'll go to a field of 11 in here. It does kick off the the Tropical Tapeta. Pick 3. You got one? There it is.
I do.
All right,
here it is. Yeah, race number 9. There's the single of a very, very scratched down field of the 2 Nate the Great. In the finale, I am going to spread a little bit. It could be one of those races, to be honest, with the 5 Flag Officer on top. A lot of unknowns with some true turf horses trying the Tapeta. So there it is. $24.
All right, $3 base ticket and a 15% takeout. It is a good bet.
Amazing
regardless of the surface. That surface is Tapeta today, as we mentioned already. Where are you going here in race number 5?
I'm to Veronica Z.
There you go. Yeah. I think she was probably the horse on either surface, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I agree completely. And she's got a little bit of camera shyness to her, just a little bit. Well, we'll look at the replay, because the last time Veronica Z and Starship Elation were together on the Tapeta, they both ran 2nd and 3rd. Now, you can see Starship Elation's just glued to the rail, and Veronica Z, I felt like got a little bit of a better trip as far as this race goes, Brian. But, Starship Elation ran a big race here, but I thought Veronica Z ran very, very gutsy in this race.
Starship Elation at 57-1 in that spot.
You see the action of Starship Elation here. To me, she's just going up and down. I know she's not the most efficient, but I don't know how much she really likes the Tapeta here. It's like her class is just carrying her. I would have liked to see her on the grass a little bit more.
I don't think you need her today. I think she's comfortably behind there. Well, Veronica Z had to go outside a little bit, lost ground. So I don't really think you need her. Now, conversely, the horse I do think you need is Starship Discovery. That's her stablemate, who we have not seen since November 24th. Ronnie picked this horse. I don't know if he remembers this or not. Ronnie picked this horse on debut, and she almost got it done at 24-1.
Yeah.
Where you been? And it was on turf, too.
Yeah, look, Steve Dwoskin does a very good job with his horses, but typically, especially these fillies and mares that he has, they need a race. Now, I will say this. The breezes on the Tapeta have been good. I mean, he's not shying away from working her, but again, at a month ago, she was just breezing 3/8. So the Tapeta can carry a horse a little bit. Even if they're not 100% tight, it can carry a horse, but you might need to do a little bit more than just have your fitness be carried to beat the 10 today.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. She could need this race. Blushing Tiger's the big move up horse. I still don't know if she can win or not. She definitely couldn't have on turf. She was headed out, albeit for 17.5 on the Tapeta last time.
It was a really big effort that day.
No doubt about it. Chris Hall, the trainer here, looking for his first win of 2025. She's going to have to class up, but this is a big surface switch for her today. It's going to help her bridge the gap. 5 down, 6 to go. When we come back, it's rainbow time, $200,000 in the estimated jackpot. Stay tuned.
And they're off.
Win big with new DRF All Access past performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access past performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian and Samantha with you. Ronnie's in the bullpen, and Ronnie's got a rainbow for us today.
Ronnie Rainbow.
$200,000 in the estimated jackpot. Mandatory tomorrow on Sunday. Off the turf today. Good main track. Let's see what Ronnie's got working now. I know it kicks off right here with his best bet, so he's got a single here with old Micanopy.
I like it. At 7, he's spreading. I don't disagree. That starts the late pick 5. It's a problematic race a little bit. Race number 8, just Dominant Diva and Souffle on Fire. Hey, he's doing the old angle that is so, it works out so much. 2 Safi Joseph runners, a heavy favorite, one that'll be a little bit of a price. He's going to use 2 of them. Race number 9, just 3 deep for him. Long Branch Lou, Nate the Great, who looks pretty hard, and Frito. And then races 10 and 11, a little bit of coverage. Race 10. The 10 Light Fury looking to go for 4 victories in a row. And in race 11, it's a compelling race, especially with the surface change. I think it's interesting he has Tattoo on this town in the mix here. That's number 1 because that horse is going to be a big number. 43.20, the playbook play.
Old Fredo gets a win last time.
And then gets DQ'd. Oh, that poor guy. I feel so bad for him.
Oh, my goodness. Fredo hasn't won in about 14 years.
Yeah.
And up at Saratoga. How unfortunate that was. Let's get back to the start of this rainbow here now. State bred special weights. These 2-year-olds will go 7 furlongs here. Scratch out the 4. A Sioux. And scratch out the 6 Classic Equation. I'm against Micanopy as you are as well. I'm against other level too, to be honest with you. But these are the 2 experienced horses.
Well, let's show Micanopy first.
Okay.
This horse here debuted for the Jose D'Angelo barn. Okay, so the thing with Uncle Chuck's is they're not winning first time out, to be honest. Only a couple, a handful. He's in his left lead here. He kind of is a big, dopey mover. He switches into his right lead, and he picks up some ground. This was 6.5. He finished up well, which is a good sign. That's what you want to see, Brian. He was good on the gallop out too. He switched back into his left lead, perfect on the gallop out. Everything about this race and the gallop out looks like the 7 furlongs he's going to need. But as you can see, he's just kind of like a big plotter out there.
He didn't do any running at all.
No. So that's what I worry about. Also, he's coming back a little tiny quick.
A little bit. I mean, no, it is quick. It's 15 days. Good stat here for Jose. 8 or 9% on debut. So obviously that's the tightener. It's out of the way. He doesn't catch much. He's going to be very likely going to be a solid favorite in here. I just feel like you got to play against these kinds of horses. You're on other level who is just stuck in absolute neutral in 4 starts.
I'm not going to say that I'm running to the windows on this horse by any means, but I think that the distance is what's key here. The July 6th race, I thought the gallop out was really impressive. I thought that it was a horse that I couldn't bet him as a favorite that time, but now stretching out to 7 furlongs, I think should make a difference. If it's not I don't want to say if it's not today for him. He is going to be the fittest one in the field. There's no question about that. Yeah,
without a doubt. Edgard says, all right, again, too.
Yep.
That's a positive. Well, I mean, I just told you essentially why I'm going to take a first-time starter. That's the 5 Magic Solar, Oscar Gonzalez. This horse hasn't missed anything in the morning for over a month now. No pedigree at all, but they paid $40 for him.
Yeah, they did. He breezed 21 and 1 at the sale. It was early in the morning. To me, this horse wasn't really turned out that great at the sale. The consignment he was real furry, but he has a lighter hip. He has longer pasterns. I almost wonder if the grass is going to be in his future. We'll have to see.
So about the one, He's My Uncle. Do you know Gerald Bennett yesterday? You weren't here. He popped from the rail with a first-time starter, a $1,000 yearling purchase. So kudos to the barn for finding a bargain and a half. Let's see. He's My Uncle.
Yeah, this was at the OBS June sale. It was a $25,000 purchase here. This horse, a lot of times if they don't think that they're very quick sprinting, they'll breeze them a quarter like this. And to be honest, this horse has a pretty long stride. And you look at the Tapeta here, it rained. I mean, look at there are puddles. You see how much kickback there is.
Right.
The Tapeta is not always fast, contrary to popular belief. Look at that. I thought this is a nice, strong horse here from the rail. It's tough to bet a horse like this, but like you said, he did it yesterday.
7 furlongs from the rail is not easy, but there's only 4 others in here. So watch the tote board. There was a even money scratch yesterday in that race. The Bennett horse was 20-1 on the morning line. They still bet him. He was down to 5-1. So they were kind of telling you we could maybe run a little bit in here, and certainly he did. Impressive there. Race number 7 kicks off the late pick 5. We'll take a look at Samantha's ticket before we get back into it.
Yeah, we'll take a quick look here. It's a $24 play. Race 8, I'm going to single a Dominant Diva. Race number 9, it's a spread race for me. I'm using all of them. And my Tropical Turf pick 3, or Tropical Tapeta pick 3, I singled the 2 Nate the Great, but as far as this ticket goes, I wanted to spread. Race 10, I do have the 10 Light Fury. This is my best bet today. And in race number 11, I have the 5 on Top Flag Officer. Nobody in here I'm truly in love with, but I think Kryptonym is a move up in this spot. So $24 is the play.
I will be stunned if we're not talking about a big carryover on a mandatory rainbow tomorrow. This is not the peel the rubber band off the bankroll kind of sequence, to at least for my money. Mile and a 16th to kick off the late pick 5. It's an $8,000 2L 3-year-olds and up. Let's scratch out the long shots. The 5 Decisive Pride and the 7 Calvino. There's one horse you can play in this race, and it's the horse we've got on top, right?
Got to the Tapeta last time, which is shocking. The Bouchero going 2 turns on the Tapeta, but the Boucheros, although a little bit distance limited, the Tapeta is just never a problem for them. This horse was glued to the rail the whole time, but just was very impressive. The fractions were actually decent too. We get this hot weather. Sometimes even when they're up front, we still see 25s and 50s, but this horse was clicking along. I think he's going to get better off. Well, he doesn't even have to get better. He can just stay the same and be okay here.
He can regress and win.
There you go,
and still win. Why can he regress and win? This is why. Let's show you old chandelier here, Mr. Brizell. Neck second, 50 cents on the dollar, 7-5, 2-1, 2-1, 1 for 14 lifetime. Will of a Warrior, he had some trouble. He wasn't going to do anything regardless, but this is, I mean, come on now. You're 1-2. You can't win.
I know. This horse here, he's so frustrating, and he runs really game races, but it's like so much second-itis on the Tapeta. It's not even funny. Will of a Warrior is just kind of the same. I mean.
You got to pass Stone Cold Flex there. Come on.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, so he scratched out yesterday on the main track to run here. He's going to make his dent. He's going to hit the board. There's no doubt about it. But like we said, there's one horse I think you need in here, and to me that's Vino Santo. Will of a Warrior ran fine. He did have a little trouble, but he's 1 for 16 now too. And then you're looking at Vino Santo. He's 1 for 1 on the Tapeta, and he ran off the screen. So
I'm excited to see Mr. Brizell on the dirt.
Well, you could have saw it yesterday.
I know. I
but
wish he would have.
Wasn't happening.
His only 2 dirt
him
starts
yesterday.
were against Lord Miles and Big Data.
stakes winning 3-year-olds.
Exactly, yeah. So hopefully we'll see him on the dirt eventually.
Ronnie's got Kuwait Towers in the mix in his Rainbow, and that blows things up if he can get that horse home.
There's no figure on this horse on the thoroughgraphs, which is interesting.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Ronnie's going to get a trophy, too, if he could get that horse home.
Well,
that's a reach.
the barn has been it before.
Yeah, the barn is, that barn blew up a Rainbow before. We know that firsthand.
Yes.
That is to be sure. All right, race 8 kicks off the late pick 4. Quick look at my ticket. This is a rework. I hate the all ball.
I know,
shouldn't say that word, but I used it. What are you going to do? 4-horse field in race number 10. I've got the 4 on top. That is tap it 3 times. That is my long shot today. And race 9, I do think, and I said this yesterday about the finale too, the favorite was going to be darn tough, Big Bob. The surface switch now onto the Tapeta. I still think he's the horse to beat, but the playing field has gotten leveler. Is that a word? More level and tighter as well.
Go, yeah.
So there you go here. It is not a level playing field, I would assume, in race 8, maiden special weight here for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. It's a clean field of 7, and that actually surprises me a little bit because I don't really think anybody wants to run against Dominant Diva.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, well, look at her replay. So
terrible DQ. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this was frustrating here because there was in no way, shape, or form Justin Queso, who honestly I think she could still be a maiden. I mean, not a maiden, hasn't won another race
She
since
certainly
then.
hasn't won another race.
I don't, yeah.
No.
So, look, Mika Husbands that day was hitting left-handed, but the one was never going to go by and DQ there. But she won the race. Fair and square.
And, so that, hey, 90 cents on the dollar. We haven't seen her since. Look at the works. Look at the competition.
Gets Lasix on.
Lasix, Edgard.
Yeah.
Short number, the most likely anchor/single in the entire sequence.
Agreed.
I think.
Yeah.
Didn't take me one single second to not pick her.
Right.
Because who else are you going to pick? Queen Mackenzie. Now, it was a nice second last time at this level. Very watered down maiden special weight last time.
Yeah, and she drew the rail that day, so now we're off of it. But she's had 9 chances, and she still can't get it done. She's certainly, I think, going to provide a second or third place finish for you, but to get past the one, it's going to be tough. You got to wear your running boots.
That's why I didn't use her. Maybe I can get some value underneath in the exacta with the 7 diamonds on her. She's going to try the main track. Heather Smollen's got it going a little bit over the last few months or so.
2 wins on Sunday.
Yep, 2 wins on Sunday. This is a horse bred for the main track as well, and Heather doesn't win with first-time starters, so maybe we move forward.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't have any use for the other Safi Souffle on fire.
No, not really. A $15,000 purchase last year. It's the same owners as the one.
Yep, Peter Lawson, who's been a former winning leading owner here.
Yes.
At Gulfstream Park. Late pick 3 in race number 9. We are off the turf, unfortunately. We'll stick at a mile and a 16th on the Tapeta. It's an optional claimer here for 3-year-olds and up. Scratch the 3, Sherman Fury. Scratch the 4, Maruvi. Scratch the 7, Navy Cross. Scratch the 8, Sigan Viendo. 4 are out, 4 are in. You probably only need one of them, and it is probably Nate the Great.
Yes, but we see this time and time again on these condensed fields. I hit the all ball in my late pick 5, just like Brian did, and his pick 4. Nate the Great, though, the race truly just goes through him. It was such a dominant win last time. He's done nothing wrong since January here, honestly, all year.
Not at all, and you could argue, well, he is better on Tapeta, so he gets his thing here as well. The interesting thing is I don't know if anybody's going to be able to run with him, but there's some speed to his outside.
Yeah.
Fredo found it again last time. Private Thoughts has got some as well. So this is going to be a tight, tricky little compact group here. Long Branch Lou was good on the turf last time. Tapeta, he's got to win here. It's against way lesser.
It really is when you look at who Las Olas ran 3rd. And I know we joke about Las Olas a lot, but that's just a horse that you can kind of key off of and gather the strength of the races. Yeah,
to be sure. I still think he's probably the main danger, but they're all looking up at Nate the Great. There's no doubt about that, to be sure. Late double kicks off in race 10. We're at a mile and 70 on the Tapeta. These are 3-year-olds and up. Your tag here, $10,000. Scratch out Lights at Broadway tomorrow. We'll see him, right?
Yep.
He tries to get a W. Pet Matt, the 11, is out. 13, Sunshine Frolic is out as well. Lights of Broadway is the 2. My old buddy Ticking, blinkers off today. That's not swaying me, I promise you that. I'm totally against your horse.
Okay.
It might look really, really dumb at 5:36 in the p.m. Barn switch. I'm thinking maybe we come back a little bit today.
Look, he could. He's one that
He's streaking, though. That's
yeah,
for sure.
he's won his last 3 races,
Yeah.
and he does it in the same way. And we'll look at the replay because honestly, it's all of the usual suspects.
Yeah, that's one of the problems
in this group here. So we'll look at it. If he regresses a little bit, it could set up for a horse like yours.
Yeah.
But it's hard to imagine.
Yeah.
that.
Do we have Light Fury, guys? This replay.
Maybe.
All right, I'm going to think not. He wins by here it is.
Well,
Thank
there
you.
we go.
So I'm picking Tappet 3 times. Guildenstern's actually beat Tappet 3 times, and Light Fury drubbed them all for fun by 5 lengths. So we can
Right.
roll it, and you can kind of see. And listen, he is so much the horse to beat, but now he's off the claim for a barn that's, just 0 for 2 on the year. So it's not like we know a lot about
Right.
this barn, but boy, he's in good form.
He is. And Tappet 3 times had a rail trip the whole way, so that's going to kind of be a more buried figure, I feel like. Guildenstern, look, these two, they're always just chasing Light Fury there. It's hard to separate Guildenstern and Tappet 3 times, but hey, Light Fury, something could happen. You never know. Nothing's ever a sure thing.
So here's my thing with Tappet 3 times, okay? DeBona claims him 3 starts back, and he's just dreadful. Beats 2 horses home at 5-1. Light Fury won that race too.
Yep.
He's been behind all these. Last time he woke up again.
He did.
So maybe, okay, Bobby's got him going in the right direction. Maybe he improves a little bit more. Maybe the heavy favorite comes back a little bit more. Maybe they meet in the middle. He's got 5 lengths to make up. He couldn't even beat Guildenstern last time. I'm stretching. It's rare you get this barn at a price. He should be a price in here, and we'll take a shot against a horse that maybe, just maybe, is a little bit vulnerable today. On a switch, Guildenstern, you got him in there as well. Spy Hunter's kind of sort of interesting. He's got some speed, but he's another one that Light Fury drubbed 2 starts back.
Exactly. So it's, if Light Fury brings his B game, he
might still win.
might still win. Yeah.
I'm probably way, way, way overthinking it. Off the turf in the finale, we'll go to 1.70 on the Tapeta. 17.5 maiden claimers here. 3-year-olds and up. Scratch out the 4 Zio Mo and the 7 Secret Power. You're going to go with the 5, and that is Flag Officer Edgard and Antonio teaming up.
Well, at least we don't have the gun runner on the grass. The second place finish back in early July was a decent one. Granted, Mac Tub, we'll see him tomorrow, I believe. He was good winning. Mac Tub has, I think, won twice since then, right? So that's maybe just an okay race. He's got enough tactical speed to keep him involved a little bit. I think that Edgar Zayas has done a good job with him. I don't want to read into the jockey back and forth here too much, but I don't know. Maybe today's his day.
Yeah, I think you got to use him. I mean, the
Yeah.
race clearly goes through the 9.
Yep.
Big Bob, who probably should have won last time. He had a trip. It was on the turf. Tapeta race was definitely not as good as that.
No.
But I think he's a big player to be sure. The 3 is Captain and Pike. He remains a question mark on the Tapeta. I think we can all agree, and I moved him up into 3rd. No animated, right? The 6.
Yeah, really tough. There's one Tapeta race, and it was just on debut. So now you're away from the Joe Orsino barn. The Hertax have been very good off the claim as of late, but this horse, he's just, I don't know if he's going the right way.
No, he's not. They gave him away for 75 last time, and the flags were up, and sure as heck at 80 cents on the dollar,
Still
couldn't win. So Danny, like you said, Danny and Donna have done a great job off the claim. They're about 25%. They're moving horses up. We'll see. Maybe the Tapeta helps him a little bit. He was in way over his head, I think, and it was his debut for sure. So there's your 11 races. Quick look at the lightning round today. It's a relatively tight one with all we've got going on. Of course, it starts and ends with the mandatory Rainbow 6 tomorrow. We'll remind everybody throughout the day. We'll have a video and all that kind of good stuff. Our friends at DRF have free PP, so we'll get you out them there as well. So that's tomorrow, and I think Samantha said it last week. It's never too early to start thinking about the championship meet, and that schedule, stake schedule, is out. So that is pretty cool. The 2025-2026 championship meet, like last year, will kick off on Thanksgiving Day again this year on a Thursday.
Yep.
4-day racing weeks in December, 5 days in January, February, and March, and all those highlights: Pegasus, Fountain of Youth, Curlin Florida Derby, all that good stuff. So that is out there.
Yeah, 68 stakes races.
There you go.
Worth $15.2 million for this meet.
Love it. Looking forward to that, and can't wait for all those monster Saturdays.
Yeah.
Your B&B. Oh, Bourbon and Barbecue.
Bourbon and
Ooh,
Barbecue.
How could I forget
yeah,
that?
next weekend for Princess Rooney weekend. Very exciting. We draw that card today, so get excited for that. It's very fun. The Bourbon and Barbecue is a big, big hit here. Bourbon just kind of goes hand in hand with everything at racetracks. So it'll be a fun day.
That's the best one we have for my
It's
money.
fantastic.
Not that I would know anything about the bourbon, but barbecue's phenomenal. Best bet for you today? It's Light Fury,
It's
right?
Light Fury, yeah.
All right.
It's Light Fury.
I'm on the Tapita as well. I believe Darling Darley for me.
I like it.
Long shot?
I lost my long shot. It
Oh.
was Maruvi.
Oh, Maruvi was live today.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, remember that name. Maruvi, I think, was live. Tap it 3 times going against Samantha's best bet. Fun rainbow today. Ronnie coming out for the opener. Pete Aiello upstairs with the scratches and changes. See you back here for race 1.